Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Brittany back, better, another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post because I do post frequently. All right, y'all already know what we doing, so say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a Dougie bow. Our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this video. So we are reviewing Love and War episode 8. When I tell y'all, this to me was the best episode. It was the best episode so far. I promise y'all. Like, that's why the review is truly so early, because it was so good. I have nothing but great things to say. It was some serious moments. It was some funny moments. Very funny moments. It was some surprising moments in there too. I was like, oh, okay, this is different. So overall, this episode I give a 10 out of 10 too, because it was so good, y'all. It was so good. So we start off with Poodie versus Cashy. Now, before they get to fight, mind you, Poodie said, I'm gonna try. He a big one. Like, I don't know. So you had security in the back. Security like, oh, okay, we doing one at a time. You hear Landon. Oh, no. I'm not fighting. I'm just watching. Relax. I'm just seeing what's gonna happen. I'm here for moral support. I'm not finna get in the field for him. Okay, no shade. I'm not doing that. So they get defined. I mean, immediately we fall down and we are not getting up for Poodie. I mean, Cashy didn't even let the boy come fully outside. He mink, stop, stop. I mean, immediately. I'm like, dang. Oh, somebody else said, dang. I'm like, dang. Everybody, dang. We all in shock. I mean, Cashy was on that. He needed that. And mind you, if he going this hard for Ann, I can only imagine how hard he'll go for Joyce. I mean, he like he was not playing. And here go Landon. Oh my God, I felt so bad for him. He got stomped out like a roach, and I wanted to jump in, but me and Cashy cool. You was not gonna jump in. You was gonna be on the ground too. At the reunion, they are supposed to be coming to the reunion to get that. And I'm sure you'll be folded like a pretzel, like Poodie was. No shade. So after the fight, Cashy like, yeah, ate you up, did you win? This ain't Zodiac House, love, lust, and loyalty. I'm on that. I need that. He's on that. Like, he like, yeah. Don't play with me. Check my resume. Been doing this. Been squabbling you boys down. You don't need that. You don't want that. I'm going to get you every time. I'm like, dang, eat them up. Baby, Sway came out. What is going on? What is going on? When did this happen? I was just sitting down. Why is y'all doing the most? And I'm going to give Poodie his credit. He definitely don't pick and choose. He get in there with anybody. Poodie is not afraid to lose because he going to come back. He gonna find a way to get back to you and get his lick back. So I definitely understand what he's saying in the confessional. Landon is absolutely scared. He was like, no. Because I'm telling y'all, from what he told him, let's sit this one out, to, oh, no, I'm not fighting. I'm just going to watch. I don't have no beef. I don't have no issue with him. I'm not going to fight him. It definitely gave scared. It gave super scared. It gave, I don't need that. I don't want that. Not in a million years. So, Cashy still talking. Joyce like, where Ivory? Ivory trying to get out there. Now, I was kind of like, I'm just so tired of you two. Honestly. Every time, they have so many good parts in the episode, then y'all two just come in the episode. I'd be like, okay, commercial break. Let me go find something to do. Because I truly don't care about them two getting into it no more. I really don't. So they both playing like they finna square up. And now this TV was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Now, we might not, care about certain things. We might let y'all do certain stuff, but we not never finna let y'all square up and get that. And we finna be like, okay, go and get that. No, they weren't playing that, which I'm glad they wasn't, because even if they both all feel like they need that, get that on your own time. Simple. I definitely wouldn't want to see that. So I'm glad that they was like, no, but it's Cashy in the beginning. Oh yeah. Ivory and Joss, they about to get that. Then Deja, you're bugging. We're not doing that. Oh, they're not. No, y'all not gonna fight. No, y'all not gonna fight. We're not gonna let y'all fight. I'm like, Cashy, pick a side. Now, mind y'all, when they got to fight the first time, Poodie and Cashy, Poodie flew back in the building. And I was like, oh, that's not like Poodie. Because, after a fight, Poodie gonna crash out. So I was like, what he doing? Poodie and went and picked up the easel where you read the music on, like you in a band and stuff like that. He went and picked that up and and like some juice. Now this what took me. As they show it, Poodie come out with the easel. Poodie moving slow as hell. I mean, that easel had to really be like a big thing, like for real. It had to be like iron or something. Because when I tell you, Poodie is walking so slow with that easel. He is walking super slow. By the time he threw the drink and everything, security got the easel out of his hand. The other man trying to get the easel back into the building. Somebody grabbing Poodie. Like, Poodie was walking so slow. Like, how did y'all even let him outside how slow he walking? Like, it gave very much, excuse me, yeah, move, excuse me, move. Okay, where you at? Okay, you over there. Like, I was weak. I'm just weak off of the way he's walking. Like I said, he was walking so slow. That easel had to be heavy. It had to be. The juice didn't even fall out right, probably because he got all his strength going to this easel. I was weak. And it's Jocelyn. Deja, look, if they gonna be having weapons, because y'all know how I busted from that ball that Ivory hit her with. She like, Deja, they gonna be using weapons. We finna go home. I'm not playing no weapons. I don't even want to fight Ivory no more. I'm like, I know you don't. Cause that eye look, oh my gosh, that eye is horrible. So we move on to the date that D Scott and Crystal and BB had. When I tell you, these were two different dates on the same carriage ride, it was so funny. Crystal and BB's was like more romantic, and Maul and D Scott's was just so funny. So they show Crystal them at first. She like, oh my god, this is so romantic, babe. Da da da. Then they go to D Scott and Maul. Is them taking a picture? Maul said, let me see it. This guy ugly as well. I don't know why that got me so weak, but you know how you be taking so many pictures, you just don't like them. It is like you can tell they had took about 3 already, most likely. He's like, let me see it. He's like, this one is not hitting on either. Okay, none of them are just doing what needs to be done. They all look a mess. Like, y'all, I'm in tears off that part. The way he was like ugly as well. That joke is so funny to me. I was hollering. He ugly as well. We just took 3. Okay, this one is not hitting either. I don't know what you're doing with your face, but let's change it up. And it's Maul trying to make it seem like D Scott messed up the picture. He like, you look like your mom. And D Scott like, yeah, cause bad, beautiful, love her. It's Mom. She's all right. Hold up. Not too much on Mama. Hold on. Let's calm down. I'm glad D Scott checked him, because don't say my mama all right. My mama cute. Don't do that. Hey, can we party with y'all? No. At this point, just get him the whole episode. Because, hey, can we party with y'all? No. Ugh, stop talking to me. Ew. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, he said no so quick. No, get away from me, loser. Get away from me. Like, y'all, I'm screaming. That joke too funny. So we got to know BB and Crystal a little more, and I just really enjoyed their carriage ride as well. You know, the fact that BB understands where Crystal is coming from, him giving us a little more insight on their relationship, how she, holds stuff in and then explodes. Him just letting it be known that, he's doing all this. He's working so hard for her. And, once they build their family and stuff, they don't want their kids to struggle, just what most people want when they are, about to have kids or want to have kids, stuff like that. I thought that was really beautiful. I like their relationship, honestly, on the show. I'm definitely enjoying them so far in the show. I think they're doing well, and I definitely understand her being like, I don't always just want purses, and I don't, I love my dog, but I don't just want material things. I just want to spend time with you too. So I think this is really nice. So we go back to the house where chaos is still occurring. And all I got to say is it's Ivory practicing with the air and her doing a little squibble on her feet. Playing, okay, I'm finna go and get up in there. Took me out. It's Jazz. Not you practicing hard. She is practicing hard. Okay. But like I told y'all before, I'm kind of not even kind of. I'm over Joyce and Ivory. I really don't care about whatever they got going on no more. But it was just funny her demonstrating how she was gonna be. That was hilarious. So we go back to Maul and D Scott, and it's Maul. Yeah, we met. I heard his accent, and I felt like I needed that, and he was on me ever since. So they had been talking ever since like they met on the phone. And obviously, Ma pursued D Scott, and D Scott was like, okay, and they started going together. So it's like him saying that they together, but not together, because he was like, I needed that, and we've been cool ever since. Like, y'all been together ever since? You mean? What are you talking about? Y'all been cool ever since? And then some 7 months. Y'all been together 7 months. Like, just say it. It's not that deep. Just say it. Then he ends up talking about going through D Scott's phone. Now, baby, it was a time. It was a little bit after Playboys last year when Ma had outed D Scott for cheating on him. Baby, when I tell you the internet was shaking, Ma had nothing but time on his hands, okay? Nothing but time. Because mind you, like us, from Playboys, and like D Scott was getting into it with certain people on Playboys. Everybody was like, no, not D Scott. Like, D Scott loves Ma. If anything, Ma would cheat on D Scott, but not D Scott cheating on Ma. Baby, long story short, D Scott, Ma played like he was another dude. D Scott thinking that, the other dude is just, himself, and he talking to him, and Ma made him meet up with the other dude. Like, D Scott walked to go, see the other dude, or whatever the case was, not knowing that it was Maul the whole time. When I tell y'all, I said, oh wow. But I understand, because not necessarily I understand him cheating, but I'm saying I understand him not being 110% with Maul, because Maul downplays their relationship. He don't show like affection to D Scott or anything like that. So I can understand him yearning for, somebody who's open and more comfortable with themselves, instead of, somebody who's not yet that comfortable and kind of just want to treat you like a friend. So they going over the definition of lust, and it's whoever behind the camera saying, have y'all got down and dirty? And it's him. It's Mom. Yeah, he has lust for me. These guys, no, he asked you a question. I said, you got lust for me. No, that's not the question that he asked. He asked you a question. I answered the question. No, you didn't, Sway. But I guess if we gonna read between the lines, yeah, basically. So Crystal and BB are talking about marriage. Like I told y'all, he proposes to her on the show. She not knowing that, she like, when? I'm ready for a ring. Like, I'm ready to be a wife, period. Now, this is my thing right here. I know they got engaged on the show. I wonder, have they already did the wedding, or did they go to the courthouse? I wonder. Question mark. But overall, like I just told y'all, he proposes to her on the show. So I thought this was really cute, because it was like a foreshadow of what he already has planned. So we move back on to Maul and D Scott, and the tables have turned so quickly. They are arguing about getting out the room. So Maul is like, "You're gonna fight me. You're gonna have to fight me if you think you're gonna stay in my room. You're gonna get your stuff out of my room. You're gonna get out of my room. I'm gonna pack your stuff for you." These guys like, "Try me, try me. I want to see that happen. You're not gonna touch any of my stuff. Well, try me. We're just gonna be fine then." Like, where did we go wrong, Sway? What happened? I did not see that coming, but that was funny too. Like, I feel as though them on this little ride, it was hilarious. Like, just to see them two bicker is comedy. So they get back to the house, and Maul got his sneakers on. So I'm thinking, like, dang, he really finna fight D Scott about this room for real? I thought they was just playing. So Ivory, she so concerned. She like, Mom, what y'all about to do? He like, I'm drunk. Like, I just got here, I got my sneakers on. She like, come get some water. He like, no. Like, she being so nice, so sweet. Mind you, and they setting up the next activity, which will be the pole dance, the stuff. So they setting that up. I'm like, oh, okay. So then they go to the back, and D Scott calls out Poodie. Now, I didn't know that D Scott and Poodie had an issue. When did they have an issue? I didn't know they was beefing. I don't remember them getting into it at Playboys or anything like that, so I don't know where this came from. This was out the blue. But we move on to bigger and better things, okay? Stuff that I'm way more entertained by, which is this pole dance and, lapper dance situation. So this was the best part of the episode for me, honestly, because of Chinks. Chinks is hilarious without trying. Like, literally, his facial expressions, his commentary on it, it was hilarious. So Jay Galore come out first. I'm like, okay. So I was trying to see why Swag was out there too. I'm like, what you out here for? Huh? And she like kind of clapping it in his face. I'm like, wow, she's so disrespectful. Like, your man is right there. What are you doing? Then she goes over to him. I'm like, oh my God. Chinks, you don't feel no type of way? What is going on? But this let me know they already knew that they was going to switch the girls out. It really wasn't necessarily like a surprise, just because I definitely believe Chinks was still giving facial expressions like it was something. But I think, they cool. So I don't think Swag would have let her do that in his face, because like they cool. And I don't think Jinx would allow her to do that. I think they both would have, respected each other and be like, nah, we ain't doing it, da, da, da. But since everybody agreed and it was just supposed to be some fun, they didn't mind. They didn't care. So Jay Galore go over in Swag face. Swag, like, when I say he looking, I mean he looking. Even when she was on the pole, he looking hard. He looking so hard. So what took me, because I'm like, okay, she gonna dance on both of them? Like, how that's gonna go? Then you see Becca come out in this church robe. I'm like, huh? I hope she got on some cute, Miss Accountant. So she come out, she gives Chink something to eat. She said, you gonna eat, Daddy, while I do my thing. You gonna eat real quick. I'm like, okay. And Becca get the bounce. And I said, oh, okay, Becca, show them what you made of. And the thing about it is, I feel like both of them did such a good job. It was fun. It was funny. It was sexy. And y'all up here fighting each other. Like, where did we go wrong with y'all two, with the women? Because I didn't see nothing, too crazy about it. It's a show. Y'all gonna put on a show, da da da. Y'all just, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out, where did this lead to y'all putting hands on each other? And Becca said because she told, I think, Heavenly or somebody to get her at the Badass reunion. But y'all filmed this, I'm sure, after the reunion. So you didn't have your receipts on what she said after the reunion? And why the show was filming? Now, they turn off the music that we hear. So I guess they didn't have no real music on while they was doing it, which is like, you're not gonna have a song on for the girls to at least dance to. So she clapping. I feel like, and if anything, Jay Galore really was keeping it like PG, because she didn't like sit. Well, she did kind of, put it on them just a little bit. But Becca did the same thing. And Becca then started getting serious. Like, why you get, girl, look who in that chair. Girl, shut up. Like, be for real. Like, don't irritate me. She do not want that man. If anything, girl, Don't let me have been with Swag and they did a Uno reverse and I could have got on Chinks. Girl, I wouldn't even been stunned, J Glory. I wouldn't even starve anything. I'm over here making y'all mad because I'm going too far with Chinks. Like, what are you talking about? Like, be for real. I'd have been over there with Chinks just hunch. Like, girl, no. So Swag. So Swag, like, I'm already at full capacity. Becca over here like bending on him. Mind you, the chair is like, I could only take so much. Okay, I already got him. Now you bringing more weight on the chair. Don't lean on him. That's too much. God, when that chair snapped, them legs said. God, it's the chair flying away. The chair said, "Phew!" The chair did not want to be by Sway at all. Okay, the chair fumed, like the chair went and hid in the corner. Okay, the chair said, "Goodbye, fume. I'm gone. I need clocked out." It's Becca. Ooh, ooh, and as soon as he fell, Becca let go. Becca ain't trying to help the man in there. Becca like, "Bye, see ya." Oh, you're on the ground. Oh, Jesus, Lord, are you okay? And at a certain point, she embarrassed. Get up, get up. You just gonna stay on the floor? Get up off the floor. She ain't even trying to help. She ain't been down or nothing. She just standing there like, oh my God, is he really on the ground right now? Get your ass off the ground. And it's him. I mean, you're putting extra weight on me. What do you want me to do? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad they kind of showed us that he could get up because I was like, he probably really can't get up by himself. And now, I think they definitely had to help him off the ground, obviously. But it was him, it was the straddle, like leaning the upper body up. That was funny. But that right there took me because I was not expecting the chair to break and leave and leave. The chair didn't just break and stay still. It broke and left. It was like, goodbye. I'm tired of you. I'm sick of you. I'm over it. You hurt me. So we move on to the next day, and they told them not to fight. So D Scott ends up seeing Poodie and they get that. I don't know who this man is. Never seen him. Nothing. He was on timing. He said, I'm sick of y'all. Y'all is going home. Pack it up. Pack it up now. He coming in there like somebody daddy. He was not playing. He don't care what they had going on, what they had to say. He said, pack it up today, right now. He's over y'all. He's sick of y'all. Pack his stuff. So it's Maul trying to stand his ground, but, obviously can't stand his ground too much with this man. So it's him like, you need to go back and ask them who said pack my stuff because I ain't do nothing. But my stuff is already packed just in case. But I ain't do nothing. So, who are you again? The man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We need to worry about you, sir. Because where did you come from? Who you think you is? Then we see Landon. Landon, was he on track and field? Did he do the jumps? He jumped so high, he was on the security's neck to get whoever that was. I think it was Ant. 10 times out of 10, it was Ant. Baby, when I say he leaped for dear life to get to Ant, I'm like, oh my God. You do not need him that bad. You do not need that bad. So Landon ends up explaining that I guess Ant came over to the bathroom, was looking at him and telling him what he would do, but he can't do right now because they can't fight. But it's my thing right here. If y'all had the opportunity to fight and if you really needed that, why you didn't crack him at the door? You waited to crack him once it was a whole bunch of security right there and you snuck him. Why you gonna sneak him when he was just in your face saying what he would do to you? And he right there. You've been the main one running up the whole time. So when you see him and he's saying what he'll do to you, why you didn't take the opportunity to run up and go and get him what he was looking for? Now, security, y'all did not have to push Ant. You did not have to do that. I honestly, for me, I don't think Ann should keep going on out of TV because they don't respect him. They don't like him, Queen D. You see how they kind of play with them. They feel as though they can't fight. They weak sauce, so they can get talked to or get treated any type of way. Like he right there, and even though he right at the door, you ain't never seen security push Cashy, Maul, any of them. If anything, they gonna have their hand in front of the door. But him pushing in, you pushed in because you feel as though in is weak. I swear, like I don't like that. So it's the same man who said something to Maul and D Scott, but he like overly doing it with Ant. So he like sit down, sit the up down, sit down. It's like him cutting him off from talking to whoever was right there. He talking, no, we not doing that. See, you talking too much. Shut up. Oh, where's your stuff? Da da da. Like, I just think that's so rude. Like, he did not have to be that aggressive with Ant. And the Ant is a man. All that type of stuff. But I just think they overly do it with him. I wouldn't want to keep coming around these people because it's one thing that you having to fight the cast. It's another thing then for security and production and then talk to you a certain type of way too. It's like all them be having an attitude and it be a nasty attitude. Like he don't have to be talking to them like that. I mean, they are men. I definitely understand. He is giving like military streak, not playing. He takes no bull, no BS. But I think it's just a way to, he was talking to Maul like that, but he wasn't going that far as saying like, sit down, listen, don't say nothing else. Like he's not a child. And man, 31, 32 years old. Like you don't, it's a certain way you talk to people. He's not your child. So he tried to spit on you, then you punched him. So why y'all ain't get down no more? I'm confused. You just said that he was standing there antagonizing you, and now you saying that he tried to spit at you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see Ant trying to spit. I just don't see that. I just don't see him doing that, trying to spit at nobody. I don't think that neither one of y'all jumped off from what you just said. I think you more so just trying to make it to where it's not you. If anybody got to go home, it's him. You a throwback, and it ain't Thursday. I'm definitely putting that in the vault. That one 8. I ain't gonna lie. You a throwback, and it ain't Thursday. That 8. And Ant understands that he a target, and I'm glad that he see that. Because I will say Poodie can fight. Is he able to fight everybody? No. Landon same. Out of the equation, you're the one who really can't fight. But I will say it is given they're picking at you, or aka Landon is picking at you because Ma beat Landon up, and then Landon don't want to get that with Cashy, so he would rather keep fighting you than take them head up. And Cashy, don't jump him no more. We jumped him yesterday, but you had already got your lick back with Poodie. Yeah, but don't jump him no more. Yeah, Landon did not need that. He did not need that. But you already got your lick back. You already handled Poodie. We not gonna do it no more, Massa. But you got Poodie. Leave me alone. So Ant clocking T about what Landon said, basically having Poodie be his do boy, and catch every fade for him, and he sit back and look pretty. Now, obviously, we know from Poodie going on the internet, letting it be known that he did run all the fades for Landon. Landon didn't jump in nothing. So we definitely gonna see how this gonna play out. I ain't gonna lie, like I said before, Ant is spilling tea because this is exactly what Poodie said. He ended up coming in there running all them plays, and Landon didn't do nothing. So the fact that, he definitely played in Landon's hand like that. And, Landon probably did recruit Poodie because Poodie is a crash out, if we just being honest. Like, mind you, Ma, Cashy, they going to have each other. Well, at that point in time, they was gonna have each other back to the wheels fall off, and Cashy was gonna have each other back to the wheels fall off. So the fact that it was all them, and then Landon just the army of one, he had to bring somebody that he knew was gonna have his back and was gonna get down where he was mad at and not really think about it, just was gonna do. So I think he did great as far as picking out Poodie for that role. So Poodie is talking to Shamar. He ends up letting it be known that him and D Scott got into it on the Playboys versus Zodiac House. Girl, I forgot all about that. I'm like, oh, this where that come from, because that didn't make sense for y'all to get into it. So I guess that morning, D Scott and Ant decided to come together and jump on Pootie. A jump was had, or at least attempted, and then Landon, instead of getting D Scott, he had ended up getting Ant. And definitely, now this is my thing right here. I really think that Pootie and Landon were a cute couple. I don't know what they was talking about, but the chemistry seemed very genuine. The chemistry was given. You know that Landon didn't want to give him that daddy, but ended up giving him that daddy. You know, so I wonder, is this glow after the daddy? I just wonder. I wonder. But overall, this is a good episode. I would say this was the best episode thus far. Like, it was so good, y'all. I absolutely enjoyed it. So I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Let's do Mean Girls next. Cheers to a happy Sunday.